started, we'd like to welcome Joseph Bramlett into the interview room here at Fortinet Championship. Stanford graduate, local favorite, making his fifth start at this event. Joseph, if we could get some comments on being back.
It's great to be here. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to get this new PGA Tour season started. And yeah, I'm only about an hour and a half from home, so I definitely am enjoying some nice NorCal vibes. And yeah, I love the golf course, love the place, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, what is it about this course that you like so much, Joseph?
It just feels like Northern California golf to me. The grass is what I grew up on. I love the trees. When trees frame holes for me, that is just always helps me kind of strategize. It feels comfortable, and the greens are really demanding. So you got to hit it in the right spots. You got to manage your speed. It's the type of golf course that if you play well, you can get it going pretty low. But if you hit a few bad shots, you're penalized for them.
And you're coming in, obviously, with a lot of momentum, winning the Korn Ferry Tour Championship to secure your membership for this year on the tour. Just take us through that win, winning by 4 shots, and what that does for your confidence.
Yeah, it's massive for my confidence. It was my first win out here on either the PGA or the Korn Ferry Tour, so it's something I always believed I was capable of doing, but to actually prove it to myself and get it done, especially on such a demanding golf course with so much on the line, was really, really gratifying. And I've done a lot of reflection this week, and it's just, it's felt really, really good.
And you're coming off of a season with 6 top 25 finishes, not quite over the hurdle of advancing to the playoffs, but now with this momentum, just talk a little bit about how excited you are for this season.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. Some of the interviews we did last week, they were asking me about my game last season, and while my FedEx Cup ranking didn't reflect what I would like it to, my skills got a lot better last year. I got a lot more speed off the tee. My wedge game is dialed in a lot better, and I've become a lot more consistent putter. And so for me, just looking at it through that lens, there's a lot of optimism coming into this year. And to finally prove to myself that I can win at this level as well, I feel a lot of positive momentum.
All right, good stuff. We'll open it up to questions, and we will start with Ron Prochek from the San Francisco Chronicle.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ron. Great to see you, man.
Likewise. Welcome back to Northern California.
Thank you.
Congrats again on your win.
Thank you.
Can you sort of take us through what the back nine in particular was like? You obviously knew going into the day you had a good chance to win. I believe you shot 30 on the back nine.
Yeah.
What was that sort of, talk about being in a zone, whether it's basketball or golf or whatever. What was that like, given how much was on the line, and as you kind of got rolling there on the back nine?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a lot of fun. I mean, that's the situation that we all practice for, we all train for. You're crazy nervous, but your game feels like it's in a good place, and you have a chance to achieve something. So it was just extremely exciting to be in that environment. And Trey was pushing me all day. I mean, he was playing fantastic. I think he was 5 under through 12, and I birdied 9, 10, and 12 just to stay 3 back. And so I really felt like I just had to keep the pedal down, and I think that just propelled me a bit just to keep going and not think about how many birdies in a row I'd made or how far under par I was. I was just trying to get one more, and then I get one and I try to get another one, and it just kind of built up that way. And before I knew it, I was on a really great run, and I had control of the tournament, and it was time to close.
And when was it, maybe later that night, a couple days later, a week later, that you sort of can convey the emotion of that, the significance, the emotional significance of that win, given the context, your journey? I mean, the injury, as long as you were out, and you've had chances, you played well.
Yeah.
But as you said, you hadn't won.
Right.
Given everything you've been through, what does it mean now as you look back on it?
Yeah, it means so much, man, to be honest. It started setting in very soon after we finished, even just sitting around in the trophy ceremony, because Victoria National was the last tournament I played before I hurt my back. I left Victoria National, went to Utah, and then never teed it up in Utah because I got hurt before the tournament started. So that finish to that golf course and that place in general, I've spent a lot of time thinking about. And to stand there and get the trophy was just extremely exciting to feel that journey kind of come full circle in a sense. And yeah, it meant so much to me because I didn't know if I'd ever have that chance again. I mean, there's so many days that the rehab was going tough and I wasn't making the progress I wanted to make, and you just never know if it's actually going to all work out. And to get to that place and finally close the door and win a tournament and do it there, it just felt so special.
And one last follow-up, if I can. Given that, how is your back? How much work do you have to do to stay healthy these days?
Yeah, I don't know. My back is doing great. I was going to knock on wood, but to be honest, like I don't know. As things come up, we have to deal with them. But my back is the strongest it's ever been. My body is the strongest it's ever been. I've got about 20 minutes every morning that I got to do in terms of mobility to get everything loosened up and ready to go. And then I got to stay on top of my mobility at night. And I've got a few tendencies with my golf swing that I like to fall into that I just always have to monitor. And if I stay on top of those things, my practice is unrestricted. I mean, I won last week, and that was my 10th week out of 11 competing. So I think from a health standpoint, that proves that I'm in a really good place. And, I feel strong and excited and still young enough to keep going.
Thanks. Look forward to seeing you Thursday.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, let's go to Adam Shupak from Golf Week.
Hey, Joseph, following up with what Ron was asking you on your back, how different is your injury to what happened to Patrick Cantley, and how much inspiration have you been able to gather from what he's been able to do since coming back?
Yeah, so from a medical standpoint, I don't know exactly what Patrick had. I think he had some kind of low back, like pars fracture or something, but I might be totally wrong on that. I just know that both of us had very extended low back injuries that kept us out of the game for a long time. I certainly kept an eye on him as he was making his comeback, and he started to have pretty solid success very early. And what that did for me was just confirm that the game I had before I was hurt is still going to be there as long as I'm able to get healthy and I'm able to get the reps in and practice appropriately. So, and then to see him kind of rise towards the top of the PGA Tour and win the FedEx Cup last week as well is just, it's awesome. I mean, it shows that just because you had a low back injury, which at one point in time would have ended your career, but these days with medicine and what we can understand about the body, we're kind of able to work through and continue a nice, long, healthy career with.
You won the Corn Ferry Tour Championship, and I know you did really well, nearly won the one at the King and Bear. What do you think you need to do against the top players to have as much success as you've been able to have against the Corn Ferry level?
Yeah, I think it's just a progression of my career. You kind of have to do this in stages. And first it's junior golf, and then you got to get up to amateur golf, and then you got to get to collegiate golf, and then professional golf. And even in professional golf, you have to have success on the mini tours to make it to the Corn Ferry, and then you just have to constantly build your way up. So, for me, I've just tried to target some of the areas of my game that have held me back or I've needed to get more solidified in. And I think I've done that. And so just kind of continuing to work on the same stuff. Like I said, my skills got a lot better last year, and I'm very excited about that. And now I have 3 years of PGA Tour experience under my belt as well, which I think is a really big deal. And I'm getting more comfortable. I'm understanding the golf courses better. So I really just think it's a slow progression. I wish there was a specific answer I could give, but I think it's just a matter of time, frankly.
And is there a particular area you're targeting in the 21-22 season to improve on?
Yeah, that winner's circle.
Okay, and how important is this season, and how much have you already, are you a goal setter? Have you made some goals that you want to achieve this season?
Yeah, to be honest, I am a goal setter. I have not sat down and come up with a list of goals for this season just because there's been such a short turnaround. I kind of gave myself permission to just enjoy the win last week. It's been a pretty long journey, and it was just such an emotional high for me that I really wanted to savor that and enjoy that. And Yeah, actually, my caddy has like a little email out to me, my coach, my agent, my team, and we all kind of have a little brainstorming thing we're going to do next week. So I haven't put together the goals yet, but I mean, it's all going to be towards onwards and upwards, continuing to try to get better and move my way up.
I joined late, so maybe you already mentioned this, but how did you go about celebrating last week?
I mean, I spent 3 days on the couch, like just not doing anything. I had been on the road for 11 weeks. I've been home 3 days all summer, so just sitting on the couch felt really good. And yeah, we went out with some friends, got some sushi. Yeah, caught up with a few friends I hadn't seen in a while. So yeah, it was very low key, which is kind of my style, but it was perfect.
Last one for me. Do you need to get a lot of tickets this week, or you have a lot of people hitting you up to come out here and watch?
There's hopefully going to be a lot of people to come out. Yeah, I got a lot of friends that are trying to come out this weekend, and they're trying to see if they can get off work and whatnot. But yeah, there's been quite a few people reaching out, which is going to be really nice.
Thanks, Joseph.
Yeah.
All right, Joseph, that does it. We appreciate your time, and best of luck this week.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, man.